Uh,
The PMMA Cagayan de Oro Campus. Good day, architects. I present to you my thesis titled proposal entitled The PMMA Cagayan de Oro Campus Creating a Collaborative Learning Space in a Military-Friendly Environment through Behavioral Disciplinary Architecture. The PMMA is a premier maritime academy in the Philippines. It is also the first maritime institution in Asia. The PMMA is known to have produced the finest maritime officers in the country. PMMA graduates are commissioned by the government to enter either the Merchant Marine, the Philippine Navy, or the Philippine Coast Guard. But despite of the prestige of the academy, there is only one campus existing in the country. Currently, there is a total number of 79 maritime schools in the Philippines. Despite of this, PMMA is the only government-owned maritime academy that offers highly subsidized benefits to its students and guarantees employment upon graduation. This is why the PMMA accommodates around 8,000 to 10,000 enrollees annually. The proposed Philippine Merchant Marine Academy is going to be the second campus of the PMMA. It is to be designed with consideration to creating a collaborative learning space through behavioral disciplinary architecture. It is a government-funded academy that is to be located in Cagayan de Oro City. Cagayan de Oro City is a first-class, highly urbanized area in the northern Mindanao. It is known to be the global gateway in the region. The city has an estimated population of 680,000 residents. The courses offered in the academies are BS in Marine Transportation, BS in Marine Engineering, and BS Naval Architecture. So what makes it different from other existing maritime schools? Aside from the application of collaborative learning space through behavioral disciplinary architecture, the academy is unique by also offering naval architecture course to its students. Currently, there is only 4 maritime schools that offer naval architecture course in the Philippines. That is why naval architecture course is not very familiar to students. This is ironic because our ancestors are known to be one of the first naval architects. They are known in creating the balanghay. The incorporation of the naval architecture degree in the academy will not only promote the course, but also it will be beneficial to government since PMMA graduates are required to provide service in the government for 2 years. Thus, the expertise that they acquired in the naval architecture course may be applied by designing ships that can be used to protect the sovereignty of the Philippines. The EU warns that the Filipino seamen are in trouble as the Philippine maritime education fails to meet the international standards. This is threatening because the country is known to be the biggest supplier of seafarers abroad. A quarter of the total number of seamen in the world are Filipinos. Filipino seafarers are preferred to be hired by the ship owners. However, the future of the Filipino seamen may lose the opportunity if the government did not take action immediately. The second campus of the PMMA is a step in solving the problem in maritime education in the country. The academy offers a military-like training to its cadets, thus enhancing their leadership skills, collaborative attitude, and discipline, making them to be more competent on board the ship. So here is my conceptual framework. So why did I come up with creating a collaborative learning space? According to my research, the tasks that are being done by seamen on board the ship are performed as a team. Also, according to various research, students tend to learn more effectively in a collaborative learning space than in traditional campus planning. The exposure that they will get in a collaborative environment in the proposed campus will aid them to become more efficient in performing their tasks on board as a team. The collaborative learning space is backed up by behavioral disciplinary architecture. This is by creating a space that will induce self-discipline among cadets through architectural solutions. The military-friendly environment, on the other hand, is the trademark of the PMMA. This is accomplished by hiring actual army to train the cadets under pressure. This shall be also taken into consideration in designing the space because the nature of Navy armies are different from ordinary users. For my review of related literature, the topics that were discussed under the research topic are creating collaborative learning spaces, behavioral architecture, and disciplinary architecture. This will have an implication on designing the campus in a unique way. Under the design project, topics such as planning and design of a campus and a military-friendly environment are discussed. The review of related literature helped me to further understand the principles of my research topic and how can I apply it to my project to create not just a typical marine academy but an academy that will solve actual problems with the backup of the knowledge I acquired from the related literature. For my design project, the case studies that were discussed are the Samudra Institute of Maritime Studies in India, the existing PMMA campus in Zambales, and the Piri Reis Maritime University in Istanbul. The purpose of the study is to know the facilities needed inside the maritime campus and plan the building according to their functions. Also, the design project case studies provided me with various strategies in campus design, such as energy efficiency, sustainability, functional planning, and designing of a maritime academy as a whole. For my research topic, the case studies that were discussed are the Garage in University of Southern California for creating collaborative learning spaces and Noshirvani University of Technology for behavioral disciplinary architecture. In the Garage in University of Southern California, I learned various techniques and strategies to create a collaborative space. This includes the arrangement of chairs, incorporating technology in the classroom, and the effect of ceiling height in inducing collaborative learning and brainstorming among the students. In the Nashirvani University of Technology, the other hand, I learned strategies in controlling the behavior of students in a given space, which can also be applied in the proposed project. For my site criteria, it is formulated by analyzing the basic necessities in designing a campus and the requirements of a maritime school. The lot size is a major criteria comprising of 30% because as per my analysis with other existing academies, the development will use a huge chunk of land to cater the facilities needed in the Maritime Academy. This is followed by accessibility to utilities and other facilities with 30% in consideration. Just like any campus, the Maritime Academy shall be accessible to utilities such as water sources and electricity. Also, the academy is also preferred to be near a hospital because a number of students faint under intense training, thus should be brought to the nearest hospital if the school clinic cannot accommodate them. The minor criteria is comprised of considerations such as topography at 15%, road connections at 15%, and its nearby bodies of waters at 10%.
Juries will be given 20 minutes for question and answer. The timer starts.
Thank you very much. Mas sa labas ako para medyo may signal. Can we start with the jury deliberations?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Sir Gab.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Mr.
Yes,
Del
good
Mundo.
morning.
Oo. Pwede na mag-umpisa, sir, ah?
Yes.
Okay. This is a government project, ano?
Yes, pa.
Ano ba? Okay, yung Ma'am Sampan, Ma'am Dorotan, nauna na ako magtanong, ah.
Yes, ma'am. Sige po.
Yung ano mo kanina, your concept is about military friendly and ano to, behavioral and disciplinary architecture. Is that
And,
right?
ang main topic ko po is creating a collaborative learning space through behavioral disciplinary architecture. Naisama ko po ang military friendly environment. Kasi po ayun po ang nature ng PMMA, na kung saan nag-hire po sila ng actual armies na may experience para po i-train yung mga students nila under pressure po.
But will that translate to military friendly? Parang how do we describe a military friendly environment?
By
Kasi
definition
baka
po,
mamaya, you will be having a hard time translating this in your design 10. Kasi disputable yun eh. Parang what is beautiful to you may not be beautiful to me. What is friendly to you may not be friendly to me.
yes po, but by definition po as per na-search ko is, pag sinabi po natin military friendly, ito po ay nangangahulugan na nag-hire po sila ng mga armies. Katulad po ito ng isang veteran friendly environment na kung saan nag-hire sila ng mga veterans para po magturo sa isang university or campus po.
So does that translate already to being military friendly if you hire a practicing military officer? Parang gano'n?
Yes po. Also, since mag-hire tayo ng armies, yung requirements po nila or yung needs is different from ordinary users.
Yes,
Ito,
yes.
Yes po.
Ang ano ko lang is yung term. So you have to clarify that in your book kasi parang
Yes,
ano yun, parang very vague siya. Iba yung dating ng sa if an ordinary reader or a lay individual will read a military friendly term, baka hindi nila ma-comprehend that it just means that a practicing or a military officer will be available for a teaching position or something. Baka kailangan, do you need to include that in your title if that's the case?
I
Kasi
think
parang it can just be part of your ano ba? Kasi baka pag inilagay mo siya ano tawag doon, baka misleading.
Yes.
Kasi parang wala siyang architectural. It has nothing to do with architectural. If you will just tell me na a faculty will be an officer, it has nothing to do with architecture.
I think yung pagde-design po kasi ng space, since meron po mga army doon sa loob, is kasi po, for example, meron po tayong mga maritime schools, like typical maritime schools, na kung saan isang university po sila, tapos nagpapasok lang sila ng courses such as marine transportation and marine engineering. Kung ganito po ang setup ng university, kumbaga typical po ang dating ng plano. Para ayun po kasi
Pero siguro baguhin mo yung word na friendly, maybe military what? Kasi ewan ko it does not translate to ano. Tapos ang sasagutin mo sa akin because a faculty an officer will be part of the faculty member, baka wala siyang architectural translation. Pero kung sinasabi mo na part of the curricula is focusing on military training, tapos may ka-partner yun na facility, meron bang matatranslate ba yon na pag military training meron siyang facility for that particular
Yes, yes po. Actually, meron po silang building na tinatawag na quarter deck sa PMMA Zambales. Yung quarter deck po, ito po ang nagiging headquarters po ng mga army na nagtuturo po sa PMMA.
Okay, basta yun lang. I'm just reminding you, there could be a better term than friendly.
Yes po.
Mr. Del Mundo,
Yes.
PMMA is actually a military school.
Yes po.
Military school ang PMMA. It is the parang marine training similar to PMA and PNPA. Those are military academies.
Intended for
So
marine.
PMMA is primarily a military school. It is a military school.
But po, yung mga graduates po nila is when they graduate po, sila po yung mga naging officer sa barko, kaya I think pasok pa rin po siya. I mean, sila po ang naging officer sa mga barko na naging kapitan po. Yung mga
Hindi sila yung mga as far as I know, ang mga graduates ng PMMA ay nagsiserve muna sa
government po.
Government.
Yes po, for 2 years po.
Required yun kasi on scholarship sila sa PMMA.
Oo, requirement
Yes po.
sa gobyerno.
Requirement po nila.
Hindi siya dapat tama si Architect Garcia, hindi siya military friendly kasi talaga namang established na military school talaga siya.
Pero sir, yung yes po.
So maybe you really have we have to discuss that particular portion of your title na military friendly. I agree with Architect Garcia.
I'll take that into consideration.
Yung pangalawang question ko bago ko ilipat doon sa dalawang Pasensya na ma'am Sampan, Ma'am Dorota, tapusin ko na.
Okay lang po.
Yung yung napili mo mga case studies ba po? From India, Istanbul, tapos yung isa from Southern California, and ayun.
Yes po.
Have they proven to be to have good military graduates or maritime graduates to justify the effectivity of your case studies? Parang
yes po, actually.
Yung mga graduates ba nila na-translate ba na yung mga spaces na you want to adapt have produced good graduates?
Ito pong isa po sa ang kinunan ko po na yung kasama po sa case studies ko is yung PMMA main campus, which is have proven na effective po sa pagpaproduce ng high qualified graduates. Ito pong Piriri is kinuha ko po siya as case study kasi po ang main function po niya para sa akin is para sa pagde-design po ng facilities nearby the cities of nearby the bodies of water po. Meron po silang ginamit na strategy na kung saan naglagay po sila ng malaking open space sa harap po ng campus nila na katabi po ng bodies of water para po hindi nila masira yung mismong yung coastal yung coast po. Ganun po yung ayun po yung kinuha ko sa kanilang strategy.
Pero again, you have to anchor again your case studies with your parang collaborative yung focus mo, di ba?
Yes po. Yes po.
Collaborative spaces. Tapos yung isa, you have mentioned something like yung university na Shibani, tama
Yes
ba?
po.
Oo. We're able to control the attitude of students.
Yes po, yes po. Actually,
How?
meron po silang virus technique po na kung saan yung sa exterior spaces po nila, naglagay po sila ng mga breakout spaces sa labas ng kanilang sa outdoor spaces po nila na kung saan parang parang ini-encourage po nila yung mga student na dito po itong space po na to parang pwede kayo dito mag-aral or gamitin sa academics niyo po yung space. Parang ganun po actually.
Maybe baka yung the pattern of pero not the attitude. Mahirap kasing i-control yung attitude. Baka yung ano ba yun? Parang parang nadadirect mo sila to something
Yun
that
po,
you want
yes
them
po,
to do.
actually.
Parang gano'n. Pero not necessarily attitude.
Yes,
So, ang
behavioral art.
specific na yung site mo, tama ba? Sa Cagayan de Oro kasi naka-attach na yung dun sa mo. Sa iyong...
Actually, hindi pa po specific yung site. Pero yung kailangan po nasa Cagayan de Oro po siya. Pero yung exact site
Cagayan
po.
de Oro. Pero magsa-site selection ka pa rin.
Yes po.
Okay. Sige, I give the floor to the two other members. Thank you.
Thank you po.
Ma'am AK,
Yes.
gusto mo ikaw mauna?
Kayo po, Ma'am Den.
Sige. Okay lang. Panghuli na lang ako.
Sige, okay. Sige. Sige, ang una kong question is, na-mention mo na yung, tawag dito, na-mention mo na sa Zambales yung campus. And
Yes,
then,
ma'am.
sagot mo kay Ma'am M, sabi mo, kailangan sa Cagayan de Oro. Can you explain why? Bakit sa Cagayan de Oro yung next na campus? Part na ba yun ng direction ng PMMA?
Yes, actually po yung proposed na campus po is talaga pong sa Cagayan. Wala po silang pinrovide na justification. However, meron po akong kumbaga analysis kung bakit suitable siya sa Cagayan. So, ayun po, sa Cagayan po kasi aside from isa siyang highly urbanized area at kumbaga yung mga cadets po ay magkakaroon ng exposure sa kanilang papasukin kasi po dito po located ang Cagayan de Oro Port na isa sa pinaka-busy port na sa Pilipinas. So, according to my studies po, students tend to enroll in nearby universities. Also, as sinasabi po, 57% students tend to enroll in nearby universities due to various reasons such as cultural and economical. Thus, yung paglalagay po ng Cagayan de Oro Campus, magkikater po siya sa mga estudyanteng nakatira po sa parte ng Visayas at Mindanao na hindi po na malayo po sa Zambales pero gustong pumasok sa PMMA.
How about yung so let's say meron ng need or let's say meron ng urge between the Visayas and Mindanao students to apply at PMMA CDO. How about yung magiging teachers nila, no? Yung sinasabi mo na mga military and then mga merchant marines, will there be pag nag-create ka ba ng campus sa CDO, will there be an availability of those instructors, those qualified instructors?
Yes po, actually marami po tayong shipyards. Marami po tayong shipyards sa Cagayan de Oro, which is pwede po natin kunin dito ang mga magtuturo po sa atin kumbaga meron po tayong makukuhanan po ng mga magtuturo po ng mga courses such as marine transportation and marine engineering and also naval architecture.
Okay, sige. My next question is, you mentioned yung parang framework of your study is about behavioral disciplinary architecture. Do you have
Yes.
is there an existing body of study regarding behavioral disciplinary architecture?
Actually po, yung behavioral disciplinary architecture po is pinagsama ko pong dalawang approach, which is behavioral. Meron po siyang mga behavioral architecture, meron po siyang mga existing example, and disciplinary architecture. So bakit ko sila pinagsama? So yung behavioral architecture,
Okay, sige. So, pinagsama mo, so pwedeng cite examples of yung kumbaga, yung theory, sino yung nag-propose ng behavioral and sino yung nag-propose ng disciplinary. Give me examples. Give me one example for behavioral, one example for disciplinary.
yes po. For behavioral architecture, well, familiar naman po tayo sa ating color psychology. Isa po yan sa mga magagamit natin na kung saan ang isang kulay ay nagpapasok po sa ating subconscious mind ng isang ng feelings na kung saan makaka-apekto sa ating behavior sa isang lugar. Sa atin namang disciplinary architecture po, ang pinakasikat po na example dyan ay yung mga anti-homeless designs. Kaya ko po sila pinagsama like sa disciplinary architecture po kasi usually for urban planning po siya para po sa kunyari mga anti-homeless, yung mga anti na kumbaga anti-vandalism nga ganun po. Pero kaya ko po sila pinagsama para po ma-incorporate natin ang isang approach sa urban planning papunta sa architecture. So yun po.
Okay, sige. Thank you, Carl. I'll give the floor to Ma'am Denden.
Okay. Good morning to all. Ang question ko naman is, kasi of course after this, Carl, di ba, title, you're gonna go to site selection. So napansin ko lang kasi sa book mo, very, yung I know you have established yung criteria na for the site na mapipili mo. But then again, I was looking at saan mo kinuha yung basis mo for those criteria.
Actually, kinuha ko
For
yung
site,
criteria ko. Yung criteria po na nilagay ko dyan is galing po from CHED. Meron po akong galing po siya from CHED and other and my case studies on and analysis on existing campus of maritime schools. So yun po.
So, pero kasi kasama, di ba sa case studies mo is not just here in the Philippines, meron kang foreign.
Yes po.
So, maybe kung ano yung criteria nila, I don't know, pareho lang ba yung criteria na nakuha mo? And again, pwede siguro na isulat mo rin siya kung saan mo kinuha. And my next question is, sabi mo CHED, okay? But have you looked at the guidelines created by Marina, CHED, and the PMMA? Guidelines for design and planning of such facility.
Sa I check po sa PMMA, actually wala po silang pinrovide na site criteria but meron po silang pinrovide na na mga requirements po ng kanilang campus po, like facilities and etc.
Oo, kasi I'm looking at your criteria, no? Ang naiba lang doon, of course, yung the first 4 I think is, syempre alam naman natin that's very generic, like of course yung topography, accessibility, and nadagdag lang yun is near a body of water.
Yes,
so, ikaw lang ba ang naglagay nun or nakuha mo? Kasi hindi mo siya naisulat kung saan mo kinuha yung guideline of choosing the criteria.
Yung sa nearby bodies of water po, kinuha ko po siya sa mga existing, sa mga case studies ko po na kung saan mapapansin nyo, yung mga case studies ko po is malalapit po siya sa mga bodies of water, kasama po ang PMMA, yung sa Mundra Institute of Marine.
Pero itong sa PMMA natin dito, is it near a body of water?
Meron po siyang bodies of water sa paligid niya po. Nasa Zambales po siya.
Okay. So ano pa dapat bukod doon?
I think that's all po.
Pwede, pwedeng ma-follow up ko yung kay Ma'am Sampan.
Opo.
Oo, kasi di ba meron kang news kanina na ni-report na parang non-compliant ang Philippines sa European standard, di ba?
Yes po.
So, kung wala tayong facility, wala tayong requirement locally with regards to that, bakit hindi ka nag-search sa mga international standards na requirements, di ba? Kagaya ng sinasabi ni Architect Sampan. Baka nga kasi para tayo ma-accredit na ma-accept yung mga graduates na for Europe, edi dapat i-elevate mo yung standard in terms of facilities.
Yes po, actually like what I've said po. Yung PMMA po, meron po, nagko-comply po sila sa STCW. Nagko-comply po sila sa international standards. Ang hindi po nagko-comply is yung other maritime schools na kung saan isa po siyang university na basta lang po nagpapasok ng maritime courses such as marine transportation and marine engineering.
Ganun pa rin. I think it will be better na meron tong
Yes po.
supporting document.
I think yes po.
Yes, mas magiging mas magiging solid siguro yung basis mo kung meron kang mga ganun. So, yun. And then, dun sa mga case studies mo, napansin ko kasi yung sa my conclusion, I think it would be better if that would be, nilagay mo siya as recommendation. Ano ba yun? Yung nilalagay doon as recommendation.
Yes.
Tapos, I think if you do the case study summary, mas maganda siguro. Ano na lang to, mga suggestions lang. Tawag dito, i-categorize mo siya into floor plan, site development plan, and at the end of that is, ano yung nakuha mo? Kasi very, siya parang, like for example, yung isa doon sa may India, parang ang nakasulat lang doon is application of the green. When you say green architecture or green campus, very, pa rin yun malawak pa din. So parang dito, kasi later on, if you will be going to translate this papunta sa chapter 4, di ba?
Yes,
Pumapasok na sa utak mo kung ano yung mga dapat mong isama. Yes. Hindi yung puro super malawak pa na green campus, green building. Pero ano yung mga yon? Like for example, if you categorize into plan, ano yung nakuha mo sa floor plan, ano yung nakuha mo sa site development plan, which you think is applicable dito sa ginagawa mo. Okay.
Yes.
Tapos, nabanggit mo kanina, kinoin mo yung term na behavioral architecture. Siguro maganda isama mo siya sa definition, operational definition, which is your own definition of that point term, which can be found from your title.
Yes, po.
And then, dun sa RRL, I think it would be also good if you write it like you're telling the story of the related literature that you have read. Tapos ano yung pinaka essence nung nabasa mo. Oo. Pero bottom line, so kung ito ay under CHED, tama?
Under CHED po. Yes.
Oo. Tapos, kasi meron nga din ako yung sinasabi kanina, yung sa Marina at saka dun sa PMMA na may ginawa sila in collaboration with the CHED na guidelines. Aside from doon sa makukuha mo pa na international guidelines para medyo ma-elevate nga naman yung ating eskwelahan for a marine academy, di ba? Kasi magiging rin sila, magsaserve din sila dito. So, I think maganda rin yun na madagdag.
Yes po.
And yun din kasi magiging basis later for your spaces.
Yes, actually.
From CHED, from PMMA, and of course collaboration, Marina. Pero kasi ang ko dito is, ano yung magiging innovation mo.
Yes po.
So, lahat naman sinulat ko na yung sa comments. Ma'am Garcia.
Okay, wala na siguro. Ma'am AK, meron ka pa bang matanong?
No further questions.
Sige. Salamat, Mr. Del Mundo. Pakiiwan
Diba?
po muna kami for a jury conference. Asan na ba?
Work nila. Hello. Welcome back, Mr. Presenter.
Thank you po.
Jury 1 is Architect Garcia, no? The chairman of the jury. So can
Sure.
I have the evaluation of the jury, courtesy of the chairman?
Okay, I'll speak na lang in behalf of the members para madali tayo kasi mahina rin ang connectivity ni sir. Bale, so far we think na your proposal can be acceptable, no? Ano tawag dito? You will just be needing to revise some of the items as per comments, no? Primarily yun yung the one mentioned by Architect Sampan, yung parang basis mo for site selection and mga requirements as per maritime school, no?
Yes po.
Tapos yung kay Ma'am AK naman yung iyong behavioral disciplinary, no? Parang i-expound mo kung ano yung ibig mo sabihin doon sa sa iyong mga konsepto, ha? Plus yun nga yung clarification that this should be a military school, no? It's a public school talaga, 'di ba? So yun, I think we will just send you the copy of the comments through your advisor, no? Pero congratulations, we think you have a significant proposal, no? Mukhang needed naman siya talaga at will help in the producing good graduates for the Marines and for the seafarers as well, no?
Yes po.
Okay, so congratulations and good luck with the translation of your proposal.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sir Ray, okay na po?
Okay na. Thank you very much.
Thank you po.
Would you like to take a picture of your
Yes po.
Ayan.
Okay na? Ayan na si Sir.
Okay na po.
Okay. Sir, congratulations sa buena mano mo.
Thank you, sir. Thank you po.
Okay.
Wala na po tayo ngayon.
Wala na yata.
Ma'am Ems,
Wala na
mamayang
sila,
hapon
iba?
na po.
Hindi na kami.
Hindi na, meron ng iba yan.
So, bata na. Hindi ko ma-remember kung sino yung kung sino yung
Okay.
susunod.
at
Pero
least
meron naka-assign na 3.
Oo. At least maganda buena mano mo,
receive
sir.
yung email, isa. Oo nga. Yung ano nyo, yung na-receive yung email, isa lang.
Opo.
Isa lang, sir.
Isa lang. So, iba na yung susunod na
Sina Melba na po, tsaka sina Maghirang. Bye po. Mayang
See you
hapon
again.
ulit.
Sunod.
Bye-bye.